Pretty straightforward. We already changed the dates, as you should know by now. Or anyone still on drugs and alcohol, maybe you don't know that we already postponed it. Due to next week, unfortunately. Actually, I want to do everything before the Chinese New Year break. Unfortunately, they asked me to go training on mental toughness. To be honest, I don't know what's the point of mental toughness. Every day facing y'all is already very tough. Okay, why I need to increase my mental toughness? Anyway, so I need to go for training because of that. And we don't have enough lectures to invigilate. Because of that, we postponed it to listen closely. After I discussed with Mom, because too many students cannot do it on the week 7, we postponed it to week 8. Okay? For those who are watching the recording right now, if you watch the recording, then you know if the date is there. If you don't know, then you just study, then until week 7, then we have tests. Then I tell you there's no test, right? Okay? Week 8, first lecture. Week 8, first lecture, not second lecture, because don't have time to wait. Okay? Week 8, first lecture will be your test. All right? This is the thing that I want to announce. I don't care which day it's or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know which day. Right? Depends on your day. The paper will be different paper for each group. So don't worry about that also. Right. Okay. Week 8, first lecture. Regardless of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Right? Midterm test. So it will be it will be including topic 1 and 2. The entire topic 1 and 2. Right? You will be given short response question for 55 minutes. This midterm is 30% of your entire coursework. So I don't care whether you want to achieve national income equilibrium by playing mahjong during Chinese New Year, or you want to achieve national income equilibrium by getting a high score. So you do your own best. Regardless of you want to do pum, gong, like that, or during your Chinese New Year, or you want to study a little bit, it's up to you. Okay? But it will be 30%. The paper itself is 30 marks. So 1 mark is equals to 1%. Do you get me? I repeat, 1 mark is equals to 1%, which means for most of you, if you forget your label, forget your units, forget everything, then you should expect to get low marks. Right? Always forget dollar sign $1,000,000 000 right? All this unit, all this, I don't know okay? Then your labels don't mix up your Keynesian model with ADS model. ADS model, you go and mix up with WJ model. WJ model, you go and mix up with your with the circular flow of income diagram model. Then too bad, right? Can't help, okay? All the axes, RGDP, the Y, the AE, the PL, right? The W, the J. Don't mix up everything. The 45 degree, don't put the 45 degree in the WJ model, and don't put the 45 degree in the circular flow income diagram, and so on. Right? All this will cost you marks, right? And for those who are wondering what is short response, previously I already wrote this in my game changer before. So this is short response. Short response can have many variants, right? These are short response. Short response can have calculations, can have plotting of diagrams, but for macro we rarely have plotting of diagrams anymore. I don't think it's useful to test your motor skills on how to plot a diagram, right? Okay. But I don't know what Mahang come. Don't tell me give you tips. I don't know what tips because I haven't seen the paper yet. Maybe he will do the paper during Chinese New Year when I'm playing mahjong. So too bad. So yeah, find national income equilibrium in mahjong, then I know lah. Okay, I just need to find the same colors and the same symbols together. Oh, I already started my briefing on midterm. I give them tips already. Too bad. Oh no, you have to watch the recording yourself. Sketching diagrams, plotting will not have. Sketching confirm will have. Sketching diagram can be from Keynesian model, Can be from just draw the AS curve tree range itself. Can be draw ADS model, can be WJ model, can be circular flow of income diagram. There are many styles of sketching. You go and think, go and predict which one will come on. Table format. Table, normally we'll give you a table, then you fill in the blanks. Right? Table format. Or fill in the blanks can be also list and state. List 3 factors that affect investment, list 3 factors that affect government spending, list 3 factors that affect consumption, list 3 factors that affect savings, right? Or state the 3 effects of inflation. No, sorry, inflation will not come out, sorry. Mess up, right? State the 3 effects of W greater than J, right? State the 3 effects of blah, blah, blah. Or state the 3 reasons of what, right? Or state the 3 solutions for the disequilibrium, maybe contractionary, maybe expansionary. So what's the solution? Blah, blah, blah. Right. This can be something. It can be explanation question. Explain because it's short response. You don't need to write too long, but try to write in the essay format, which means give one definition, then write few sentences. Okay, give one definition. Or it can be just define itself. Define this, define that. Define withdrawal. Define circular flow. Define savings, define consumption, define government spending, define circular flow of income model, right? Define Keynesian. Okay, something like that, define. And what is the formula? What is the formula in this case? By right should be you should memorize already. But no, I don't know. What is the formula for 3 sector? What's the formula for 2 sector? What's the formula for withdrawal injection? What's the formula for ADS? I don't know. You don't know. It's okay. Don't worry. I told my micro students before, you know what is my favorite paper when I see your paper? Blank paper. Feel free to give me blank paper. I love blank paper. Please. Hopefully you can grant my Chinese New Year wish. Right? Blank paper is the best paper for me to mark. Right? What's the formula? Or because formula you should already know, we may ask you what is the assumption for 2 sector? What are the assumptions for 3 sector? What are the assumptions for 4 sector? Like that. These are some, okay? So you can think that one is the tip or that one is not a tip, so it's up to you lah. All right, that is for short response for midterm. Any question? No essay. Essay will be in your group assignment. You need to write essay, but it's group assignment, ma. So you all each need to write 1 paragraph on it. I propose to maintain it. We also have not enough time already. If I give you individual assignment, week 10 we need to submit your marks already. Right, so we don't have the luxury of time to mark 1 by 1. So group assignment we will maintain. So because group assignment is normally the easy one, because you can collaborate, midterm test will be a harder one to balance off the mean, you know, the standard deviation and the variance, and we call this regression to the mean. Okay, all right, you know, you learn already, right? Standard deviation and variation, and first your 1%, 5%, and 10% are significant or not, you know, okay, H0 H1, okay, all right. So that's for midterm. Because midterm is on week 8, we might postpone week 9. I won't discuss this. I'll tell you later. We might postpone week 9 group assignment to week 10. We might. I don't know yet. Okay, that's for midterm briefing. Any question? No, clear? What's the paper? I don't know yet. I haven't read. Don't tell me. Don't ask me. Okay. Next one is, let me finish off the inflation. If I can finish off inflation, I will check whether I have time to do the discussion on the inflation questions. If not, I move to unemployment first, right? Yeah, discussion for inflation answers, right? Later first, because it will not come out anyway. Yeah, it can also be sketch a Keynesian model. Can. Yeah, can. Because it's chapter 1. Yeah. See how linear is my one. If they only ask you to sketch a kinetic model, just draw 2 axes with 145-degree line. So yeah, it can come. Still will be inside. Depends on how linear is my one. How much mercy he has. Alright, depends. Because he controlled the 5 groups, I only control 3, so let him do the work. Alright. Now I'll give you a briefing on. Should I give you a briefing on inflation? Okay, briefly cover a little bit more on the summary on measurement. After that, effects, then I will start on solution of inflation. I want to wrap up the inflation first. Right? So going back to your whiteboard. Group 7, right? Right. So now we already covered inflation. Most of the inflation, the level is inflation solution. Today I'm going to cover inflation solution, but before that, let me just give you a brief summary on what we already covered for inflation. I'll tell you inflation, we use CPI to measure. CPI is an index. The full name for this is Consumer Price Index. Every country, they have many types of indices for different measure to measure different things, right? In Malaysia, we even have palm oil and rubber index, right? Because we export a lot of palm oil and rubber, right? So we have a lot of different indices. We have stock indices, we have the consumer price index, we have the GDP index, we have different type of, we have HDI, Human Development Index, a lot of different index. But for now, you just need to know CPI. CPI is a basket. That's all. All right. Every index is a basket. What you want to put inside the basket, it depends. All right. In this CPI, because we want to measure the price level, what we put is the prices of most of the goods and services that, the household likes. It's not the government like. What the household like, we put inside. Okay? How we measure, actually, in the indexes, the one that we removed the syllabus already. I remember I put house and cars and durian, right? House, and this is car, and this is durian, and this is rice, right? Right? Actually, how they count is actually like that one. They will look at the household reflection, which one is the most important. They will give them more weightage. For example, house, maybe they will be 50% of their normal monthly income. Normal people money income, 50%. Okay, cow maybe 30%, right? Durian maybe 5%, then rice maybe another 50, 30, 85 is 15% rice. So total will add up to 100%, and this 100% will be the index like that. Okay, so this 50% will times by the house price, then 30% times the car price, like that, then it add up to become the CPI. This is how they calculate the CPI. Right? I already also show you already our CPI in Malaysia. Okay, our CPI in Malaysia. So that is the that's the goods and services inside basket. Right? After that, after we measure, I told you that we need to use a formula to measure CPI. What's the formula for CPI? AE of current divided by, yes, right, AE of base year. Base year I use BY, okay, times 100. This one, don't have percentage because index don't have units, right? A of current divided by A of base year, it means CPI calculation and inflation calculation is totally different. In my CPI base year, right? In my AE base year is year 2000, and my AE now is 2024. I still use AE 2024 to divide by the year 2001. Year 2000. What is the slang? Year 2000. All right. But inflation, we don't do like that. Inflation, we don't need base year. Inflation rate, we don't need base year. Take note. Inflation rate, we don't need base year. Because inflation rate is the, first of all, write the percentage because the inflation rate is the percentage change of CPI, which means this year, in this year's CPI minus last year's CPI only. I don't care whether last year's CPI is a base year or not. So if this year is 2024, I cannot use base year 2000 CPI. I need to use CPI for 2023 to calculate my inflation for 2024 divided by CPI for 2023. This one is times 100%. This one is the formula. Okay, so that's the difference. CPI need base year. Inflation rate, when we do calculation, don't need base year. I don't care the previous year is base year or not. I still can do calculation. Okay, that's the main difference. And I also remind you about the shortcut way. The shortcut way, which is just use the change rather than percentage change itself. This method is only for 1 year after the base year. I told you already. Even 1 year before the base year cannot be used. Do you get what I mean? I repeat, if CPI of 2023 is base year, which is equal to 100, I want you to find inflation rate of 2023. I give you CPI of 2022 is equals to 98. You cannot straight away tell me it's 2% because it's wrong. How to find 2023 inflation? What's the correct answer? You want to use the shortcut way? Only 1 year after. Cannot use 1 year before also. Right? This is just a recap. By right, you should know already. Formula already put there in on top. So what's the answer? It will be 100 minus 98 divided by 98. So you can use the shortcut times 100%. What's the answer, sorry? It will be more than 2%, 2.04%. Make sense, everyone? Don't always assume, although economics, we assume a lot. But when you do calculation, don't make assumptions, right? Okay, after that, we do the calculation. After we do the calculation, then we start to talk about the effects already, right? The effects have many. Should I do that? Summary. We have a lot of effects for inflation, right? Just think itself. After inflation, what happened? If you cannot think anything, take it from the CIG and X itself, right? CIG and X. For me, if I cannot think anything, if I were to write in my group assignment or a final exam, because this one will not be in your midterm, I itself already got 2. One is local investment. Another one is foreign investment. Right? Local investment, in the manual, they will use what? Business confidence for local. Right? Simply, right? Do I really need to use exact word business confidence for? Don't need. Right? Just say local investment, go down. Right? Another one is foreign investment. Foreign investment is discouraged. Simply, I can get 2 already, even I don't know anything. Because of inflation, right? If I really don't know, what's the magic? Expectation. I forgot everything, but I still remember what? Expectation. That's why I say expectation is the magic. Expectation is your savior. If you don't know anything, write expectation. Even it's wrong, I still give you half like this, because regardless of right or wrong, somehow you will link something inside your expectation. I don't know what type of expectation you want to write. In here is expectation of inflation, but you accidentally write under expectation of sales, expectation of income. Maybe somehow you can link back to the vicious or virtuous cycle. Okay, somehow. If you write enough long. If you just write one sentence, then too bad. Can't help. Right? I want longer, I say not because I like to read a lot, but because the chances are you to get right when you have a longer content is easier to get marks. Right? That's just a probability. Okay, if you write one sentence for 15 marks, then I really cannot help. I don't know. I just want to warn you one thing is I never award 1 mark per word. Do you get me? If your one sentence is 15 words for 15 marks question, I never award 1 mark per word before. So maybe, who knows, maybe this year I'm very lenient. Maybe I will award. Okay, expectation of inflation. After that, what else? I already gave 3 marks. You give me the rest. The easiest or most importantly is the taxation one. Okay, taxation receipt increase is the most important one. Regardless of income tax, I show you, did I show you the 3 or show you the 1 only? For your class, I show you 3 marks. Regardless of income tax, consumer tax, or corporate tax, regardless of you are in which sector, in the end, who win? Government win. Government want the inflation to be stable, but it's not stable. I told you, price stability itself is a nonsense. What is stable? Stable means don't move. It's stable. What do I mean by price stability between 1 and 3%? Means it moves every year 1 and 3%. If you do compounding, compounding inflation rate, how much it get every year? 365 days divided by 360, right? Okay, you know compounding, right? Do I need to show you compounding formula, ladies and gentlemen? You know this, right? Right? This one, right? Okay. Okay, some business they use 360. Some business they use 365 to calculate the daily one. So just think about that. How much inflation, how much tax they get. Right? Think about that yourself. Okay. It's a 1 plus R. R because we use real interest rate. R. M is the 1 year have how many? We use 360 or 365. N is the M times T. Okay, M times T. All right. Government. So I already give you 4 effects. Other effects, you think yourself, if you feel that, oh, purchasing power go down, people suffer. Can I even link to other things that are not inside? What do you think? Can I link to other things that are not inside? I can. This manner only got 2 pages for the effects. Is it 1 page, 2 page? 2 pages You think the entire world only got 2 pages? Can I link to, because inflation increased for milk powder, people have no choice but to steal the milk powder, leading to social issues? Can I link to more people commit suicide? Why last time in Aeon, why they go and put barrel in between the Milo and milk powder? Nothing to do. Put extra cashier there. Because the guy I just employ, nothing to do. So I put a barrel between the milk powder and the Milo. I put all the Milo and milk powder inside so that I put a cashier station there. Why? Do you know that? Do you see some of the Aeon, you all never go groceries, very hard to see. Okay. Like Aeon, right? Ayo, this one also I need to give. Aeon, they have the counter outside, like counter 1, counter 2, like that, you know. Then inside there's one sector here. They have another counter just for milk powder and Milo. Some of the Aeon. Why? Because a lot of people steal. Why they need to steal? Too expensive, but they need to drink the baby need to drink milk powder or not? Need ma. So what's the choice? Steal lor. And I don't know why people think that milk and Milo is actually essential. Can live without Milo. But Milo advertised too strongly in Malaysia until we feel that Milo is actually essential. Okay? Hey, why right here one? Hey, right wrong here. Never mind. Right already. Right until on top already. I don't know why in Malaysia it's very weird one. In New Zealand, the Milo, the largest Milo is just like 100 gram like that, 500 gram like that. In Malaysia, it's like 3 kilo, 5 kilo. 7 sin in Cantonese call. Malaysia is 7 sin. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Effects. The rest. Inequality that I gave you 3, you know. Business confidence don't cover, external instability can cover yourself. Okay. Most of the thing. Okay, now we go to. I use the last 24 minutes to cover the inflation solution. Okay, I don't want to cover all already. Too much already. You never see you really never see They purposely put a lot of barriers in between the milk powder and the Milo. You never follow your father and mother go to a shopping mall, supermarket, is it? Never. Hypermarket. Wait. Do you even know what is Lotus? Do you think the Lotus is that Lotus, or do you even know what Giant, or you think Giant is the Attack on Titan, those type of Giant? Or do you know what's Aeon? Now I'm afraid. Generation gap. Okay. Okay, let's continue. 24 minutes of lecture, real lecture. Okay, I don't want to go to unemployment. Too late already. So there are 4 ways to reduce AD in order to push the inflationary gap back to the equilibrium. When there's a gap, we need a solution. According to Keynesian model, right? Keynesian model, I draw one more time the inflationary gap for you, right? Meditation notice. Okay, AE, why? This is the Keynesian model, and I draw one more time the inflation gap. This is AE, FE. Right, this is Y, FE. All right, and another one is the actual AE, which is happening in the economy right now. We are also facing inflation, right? So Malaysia also facing this scenario. We are spending more than we should, right? And this is our Y. Y, we can put I and F according to your manual. They want to put like that. I just follow, right? I can change this label, I and F, not so important. I can change it to 1, 2, 3, 4, alpha, beta, gamma as well, right? So the problem is now there's an inflationary gap. What is solution? Solution is to close the gap. How to close the gap? Now we have arrow. We need to shift the A in I and F back to the A and E to close the gap. Okay, we don't want inflation. Okay, we want it to slowly move. Just like last time I said, if you overeat, you got stomach, you got gastric, you got bloating, right? Now you need to have the medicine. This medicine is the solution, and there are 4 types of solution to reduce inflation. We need to reduce AD in order to reduce the inflation. Okay. First way and second way, you already know. You tell me. How do we use contractionary fiscal policy and contractionary monetary policy to reduce inflation? You tell me. Never 1 day before the break. Okay, I tell you. Free gift. Okay. First one, first solution. Oh, it's so noisy. Go and scold them. Do you bring a spear or something? Okay. Kill them. So if I run like 1 kilometer away, then you can actually you can still meet in the target and aim, is it? Scared me. Okay. So solution number 1 is contractionary. Wait, I follow your manual order. Fiscal first. Which one? Fiscal first, huh? Fiscal policy. Okay. Who is so noisy? Is it your friend? Your friend? Your friend? Yeah. Okay. So fiscal policy, I told you before, we have two tools. Two tools also can be used to reduce inflation. One is decrease government spending. Another one is increase tax. Tax you can write the three. Right? Increase government spending, I will simply write. Decrease government spending means what? Last time I used roads, right? This time I don't want to use roads. Is there anything that you want me to write? Decrease government spending. Let's say this time decrease minister's salary lah. Right? According to your prime minister, their salary has already been decreased. This is one of the account, general stuff. Okay, general expenses. So if they decrease minister's salary, minister not enough salary, what they do? Corruption is another thing. Hey, ladies and I'm teaching you economics, not politics. So don't link everything to politics. Okay. Otherwise, I have to teach you from prison in Chinese during Chinese New Year. Not really auspicious for me. Okay. Salary decrease. Then they cannot send their sons or children to what, Singapore? You know the one with the pregnant daughter keep on want to ask for pardon to go to the Singapore one. So cannot send to overseas to study, let's say. Right? Cannot send to overseas to study. Singapore study. No. Singapore loser. Right? So cannot send their children to international school, cannot send blah blah blah. You just link right? If you cannot send, then what? I cannot spend money, no enough salary. What I do? Corruption again. Hey, you all say not I say right? So what happened? Faster. Wait. Simply link lah. Okay, I cannot buy stuff buy stuff. So buy lesser, right? Decrease, consumption go down, right? After that, other sales goes down, same thing lah. Then you will link to big sales. Big sales as in promotion. Okay, promotion, then it will lead to price level to go down. This one I already said before. Okay, now we link to price level go down here. Make sense? Buy lesser consumption less. Same thing lah. Depends on how you want to link. Minister salary decrease, then the other people's salary also decrease income decrease. You can think about income decrease, right? They buy lesser, then their other employees also income got down, right? Got fired workers and so on. Same thing, right? After that, big sales, big sales is what? Price level go down, right? This one very simple one. I already go through one, so I just brief you only, right? Does it make sense? Make sense? Okay. This one is in the chapter 1. I don't want to talk too much on this. I just give you G. The T's you all write yourself. T's, right? Increase tax, what happened? Same thing. If you want to write the angle that I just gave you previously, think about corporate tax. Corporate tax is based on sales. I told you, sales is based on total revenue, P times Q, What if there's an increase in inflation at the same time their quantity go down, total revenue go down, then corporate tax goes down, leading to the entire vicious cycle, then they don't have so much money, blah blah blah. Same thing. You can also link to the new method to write. Second one is the contractionary monetary policy. For contractionary monetary policy, is decreasing money supply or increasing interest rates. Similar thing, print less money means what? Print less money, people feel poorer. When feel poorer, what happens? Same thing, go back to the normal policy, normal vicious cycle. Right? But the only thing, to add on the contractionary fiscal and monetary policy is now they add the effects of multiplier. For example, if the government want to close this gap using government spending, right? Let's say this gap is 5,000 million. 500 million. 5,000 million become 5 billion. 500 million. Okay, this gap is 500 million. Oh, sorry, this gap is 500 million, right? The government don't need to reduce the government spending by 500 million. The government just need to reduce spending on, depends on the multiplier. If their multiplier is equals to 5, the government just need to reduce their government spending by 100 million. Otherwise, it will, after that, it will lead to the vicious cycle that will turn into 500 million and close the gap. Makes sense. This is the only addition to the fiscal and monetary policy. Makes sense. Because now you didn't know multiplier. Okay. Similar to increase in government spending, decrease in government spending will also lead to the multiplier to take effect. Right. So more people has less income will lead to more unemployment, to other sales industries, will sales their drop and promotion and price level go down, then also their income go down again, right? And it will lead to more than the 100 million decrease in government spending. That is something that you need to take note, including the multiplier effect, right? Same for monetary policy. If they print less money, they don't need to print exactly. If the gap is 500 million, they don't need to print lesser 500 million. They just need to maybe print lesser 100 million. If the multiplier is 5. Makes sense. To make it roll, and eventually they will take effect. Right. These two already mentioned before. Interest rate got two also, you can write. One is the savings, another one is the loan. So I'm not going to cover too much. The another two is something is new to you, so I'm going to cover more. First one is the third one is external. What is external, Kaijin? Kaijin? When I say external in econs, I ask you to link to only two things. When you say what external means what? Imports and exports. The third way of solution for government is to use export and imports to reduce inflation. Let's say you have a lot of inflation. All right. Oh, I forgot to introduce the inflation method. Inflation, there are 4 words of inflation that you need to take note of before I go back to the solution. There are hyperinflation, there are inflation, there are deflation, there are disinflation, and last four got 5 actually. One more is stagflation. You need to know all these different types of inflation because news article, they straight away tell you this type of inflation, they will not tell you this inflation means what. Right? They will not give you a dictionary there. Inflation means what? General price level increase. General price level increase. Right? Increase general price. Hyperinflation means what? Accelerated increase. Yeah. Accelerated means it will be haywired. It will be out of control inflation. Okay. Do you know Zimbabwe? You know Zimbabwe? Do you know Zimbabwe? Hello. Do you know a country in Africa continent known as Zimbabwe? You know, right? Zimbabwe. Or Zimbabwe, sorry. Zimbabwe currency. Do you see this? You ever see their currency or not? I love to see. I love to see Zimbabwe currency. How many zeros behind? Let's take this. 100 trillion, ladies and gentlemen. You want to become trillionaire, right? Just convert all your Malaysian ringgit and go to Zimbabwe. Then you straight away become trillionaire. Don't need to work so hard, right? You know one. 100 trillion can buy how many eggs? 3 eggs. Okay. You ever see Zimbabwe currency with the toilet before? You know what they put outside of the toilet? Ladies and gentlemen, toilet paper only to be used in this toilet. No cardboard, no cloth, no Zimbabwean dollars, and no newspaper. Which means their dollar has lesser value than toilet paper itself. So they use their dollar to wipe their buttocks. You know what I mean? They use dollar to wipe their buttocks because Zimbabwean dollar, right? Because Zimbabwean dollar is cheaper than toilet paper in their country. You know what I mean? Right? Do you know how they carry their money every day? You don't want to do shopping. This is how they carry their dollar every day. Like newspaper, I know. This is how they do their shopping every day. See how rich is the kid? Oh my god! Every day go to canteen. Push a trolley, Zimbabwean dollars. This is why is this happening? Huh? You look at the kid, so happy. You look at the kid. Another picture there. Look at this kid. Is it? Hey, where's the kid already? Is it this? This one, but video. Never mind. I don't want to show video. Right? Look at how happy they are. Right? Okay. This is hyperinflation because you know the inflation rate is how much? Zimbabwe inflation. Similar to Venezuela, the case that you inflation. Zimbabwe inflation, recent news, I don't know. Let's see. Hits 175% again. Right. This one is the June 2023. It used to hit how much, you know? It used to hit 100,000%. It used to hit 100, I don't know, 1 billion% before Zimbabwe inflation. This is hyperinflation. Make sense? Make sense, huh? Right? Daily inflation of 98. If you compound the inflation to daily, then it will be 100,000%. This is hyper. Right? Deflation is what? Deflation is negative inflation. Take note. This inflation is what? Today I will not end my class early, so don't worry. This inflation is what? This inflation is inflation still positive, inflation positive, but lower than last year, previous year. Okay, stagflation is what? Stagflation is the worst one, ladies and gentlemen. In so many inflation, stagflation is the worst one. Stagflation is hyperinflation plus high unemployment. This one until now they don't have solution because they do contractionary also die, they do expansionary also die. Both inflation and unemployment is very high. This is known as stagflation. So all these terms may come out in some news articles. Right. Okay, continue. External policy, if we want to use external policy to reduce inflation, right? What we need to do is pretty straightforward. We need to increase imports. When we increase, why we have inflation in the first place? Because local goods price level increase. So when we have more and more imports, people will start to buy more imports, then the sales of local price will go down. Does it make sense? We reduce the substitution, right? Effect. We increase substitution, but we reduce the substitution effect, right? Which means initially we have what? We only have giant. Since you don't know what's giant, then they also introduce Lotus. They introduce blah 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 to compete. Make the local price decrease. Makes sense. Okay. Last one is the external, A is the microeconomic reform. Microeconomic reform means they use microeconomics to solve the problem. Okay, they use microeconomics to solve the problem. Okay, it's similar to the external, only external is using imports. Okay, but using competition itself is like what I just gave you, Giant Lotus. Let's say initially local only has Giant. Giant is a monopoly. The only way to break down monopoly is by using another monopoly. Just like Godzilla, what Godzilla said. The only way to bring down an alpha is to bring in another alpha. It's with another alpha. So it's the same thing. If we can bring in more Lotus, more Aeon from another country, we will break the competition, then they have no choice but to decrease the price for all the goods and services that they offer. Okay, so this is using competition, which is microeconomic reform. In short, microeconomic reform is known as MER. Okay, MER. Okay, homework. You no homework, eh? Wait. No homework. Let you study lah. No homework lah. Because I know you all won't study, but anyway. Because I prepare blank paper.